Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the third grade concept of real-world number pairs. This is standard 3.5E in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 19, which is a new item type called inline choice of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have two different drop-down menus here, so we need to figure out whether it's add, subtract, or multiply, and then 6, 15, 2, or 12. If we just answer one of these and try to hit next, we are going to get an error message that says you have not answered everything. So this is a 2-point problem, one for each drop-down. Let's get both points. We have a pet store with several aquariums, and so there's a relationship here. Now this is a table. We need to notice the table goes side to side, right? Sometimes you'll get your table that kind of goes up and down, but in this case the table kind of moves from left to right. And so we need to be aware of that because we need to find the relationship here in the table. So what are the two different options? Well, we've got the number of aquariums and the number of fish. And since these two options are stacked on top of each other, right, what we want to do is we want to look at the relationship between the two numbers that are stacked on top of each other. What's the relationship between 3 and 18, from 5 and 30, 9 and 54, 12 and 72? Even though this is a sideways table, if we look side to side, we're going to get the wrong relationship because that's going to stay within the aquariums of the fish. You always want to look at the relationship between the two different options. In this case, aquariums and fish. Okay, so we've got 3 and 18. Let's look at that number pair. All right, so how do we get from 3 to 18? Well, it's getting bigger, so you got two different options, right? You can say 3 plus something is going to equal 18, or you could say 3 times something is going to equal 18. Both could technically work, right? So let's see, 3 plus, I'm just going to do 18 minus 3. All right, 15. All right, so 3 plus 15. Now the multiply, that's a basic fact, right? So 3 times, if I'm going to count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, that's 6. 6 sets of 3 gets me 18. So both of these could possibly work. In order to tell which one actually works, let's test it on the next one, right? 5 and 30. Well, how do I get from 5 to 30? Well, I can add something here, or I can multiply by something. So 5, I need 25, and you notice how I had to add something different? So, yeah, that's not going to work, as if you have to add, it should be the same thing again and again and again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, that's 6 sets. Okay, so that might be it. You notice I had to multiply by 6 in both of these in order to get to the number of fish. So, at least in the first two, right, it looks like you get 6 fish per aquarium. Because you take the number of aquariums, multiply it by 6, boom, you get the number of fish, assuming it's the same number of fish in each aquarium, right? You're assuming equal groups. All right, so let's just make sure it works with the last two. I've got 9 and 54. I've got 12 and 72. I'm thinking it's a multiply by 6. Does 9 times 6 equal 54? Yes, it does. Ooh, 12 times 6. You may or may not know your 12s. But yeah, if you want to double check it, that's going to be 12, 6, and add one more, 7. Yeah. So it's multiplied by 6. Okay, so it's multiplied by 6. Let's see if we can do that. To find the number of fish, add, subtract, we multiply the number of aquariums, right? We said we're going to do 6 in each one. So multiply the number of aquariums by 6. And that's how we get full credit.